Hi everyone, welcome to the first episode of Bartender 101. Today we're going to be going through a few of my favorite gins and how to really pair them with your favorite gin and tonic. We're going to talk about different garnishments, what they go best with, and really how to enjoy them to the best extent here. We're going to start off with the Bombay Sapphire. Really, this is a classic gin. You can really find it anywhere. And it's one of those gins where if you're feeling for just a regular night, classic, you want that gin and tonic taste, it really goes well with regular tonic water. I usually add lemon or lime zest here and really brings out that citrus aroma in this gin. The next one I'm going to go to is the Ugava. This is actually a Canadian gin. I got introduced to it a few years ago. You can, again, really find it anywhere. But when I drink this gin, I actually mix it with a premium level of tonic. So if any of you have heard, there's a Fever Tree tonic water. Fever Tree has a make that has the Mediterranean one. I usually mix this one with the Mediterranean Fever Tree. I add a couple different garnishments here, and then so you can use some as much as you wish. But I usually add a cinnamon stick, some pomegranate seeds, and also grapefruit slices. And again, that aromas brings out very well, and it's a very refreshing gin and tonic for a hot summer day. Hendrick's brings out the cucumber flavor. So a lot of us, I think, when it's hot, when it's summer, you have that 30 degrees weather out and you're on the patio, a lot of us like that refreshing cucumber taste. And so what better way than to have it and enjoy it in a gin and tonic? So if you use the Hendrick's, I usually add about 2 ounces of this. Regular tonic actually goes really well with it as well. A glass full of ice, some cucumber slices, I would say anywhere from 4 to 5 slices. What makes this one a special one, and again, one of my favorites, is actually I add rose petals to it. So it's a great gin just to have. But again, that rose petal look brings out the real beautiful look of this gin and tonic. The next one I'm going to talk about is the Express Gin. This one I got introduced to just a little while ago, actually at a liquor store. And the reason for this one was the individual let me know that they can actually drink it by itself. It's a great taste. And so I definitely had it by myself. But as you can tell with my previous recommendations, I love my gin and tonics. So I usually added this one again with a gin and tonic. What I used on this one is just added, again, 1.5 to 2 ounces of gin, lots of ice. The garnishments I used with this one is actually grapefruit slices and rosemary. And again, if you look at the rosemary and grapefruit, they go really well together. What I would say is also special about this gin, if you have company over and really trying to throw a show or impress somebody, once you add the tonic, you can actually watch the colors change, which I think is really cool. Next one I'm going to talk about is Gin Mar. I bought this bottle in Portugal when I was there a few years ago. Definitely can find it here though as well. The average liquor store does carry it. This one again it's actually a Mediterranean Mediterranean gin. But what I enjoy it with is the Mediterranean tonic that I had mentioned in the previous recommendation, Fever Tree. Again, both Mediterranean on the gin side and on the tonic side go really well together. This one I usually add again, rosemary, but I also add the orange zest. And because of the Mediterranean taste here, the orange zest just comes out more beautiful than you can actually think of. And the smell is just, extravagant on this one. The last but not least, when I'm looking at the tonic side, is one of my personal favorites is the Brockman's gin. Again, Brockman's, I got it a few years ago when I was in Portugal. However, I'm very excited because the LCBOs in Canada actually started carrying it just recently. And so you'll be able to find it in different LCBOs that have, I guess they call it the gin bars, so more extravagant on the gin front. This is, I would say, one of the best gins I've had when it comes to a gin and tonic. Very refreshing, beautiful taste. I usually add on this one the lime zest, the lemon zest, and I throw a twist of raspberries in it. And so altogether, it just goes really well. Definitely one of my best recommendations if you're ever looking for that refreshing taste this summer. And finally, I'm going to talk about this one. This is the Grace Gin. And so I'm going to throw it off on a little page here because, majority of the other 6 gins I talked about all went with gin and tonics. But this one actually, I have not tried with a gin and tonic, but I did want to include because, again, one of my favorite gins, and I got this one from Greece. So if you're like me, you like that gin and tonic sometimes during the day, hot summer day, but you have some nights that you want really that stiff drink. I really love my dirty martinis here and there. And so this one I really recommend as a dirty martini, as a gin dirty martini. The other twist I would include on this one is actually, instead of the olives, the typical olives, I include it with capers. So really with this one, what I use, I put about 2.5 ounces, just give or take, of the gin, about 10 ml of the caper juice, about 15 ml of the dry vermouth. Really stir it well with ice, pour it, and then add the capers for taste. Thank you for joining. This is my first video. Please subscribe if you like what you see. More videos to come where really we'll show you different varieties of different alcohols, similar stuff, but maybe on the Scotch front, the bourbon front, but really more videos to come with how to make your favorite drinks, what garnishments to include, what are they supposed to look like, and really what is the best occasion for that type of drink. So again, thanks for joining. Hope to see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.